If you're one of those people who think of Volvos as the safest cars on the road, you probably want to check out this. It's the new XC60. Volvo say that this 5-seater 4x4 is actually the safest car they've ever made. But we're not just talking about airbags here, as the car can also include a low-speed crash avoidance system, a lane departure warning facility, and even an auto brake system. The XC60 will cost some £24,750 when it goes on sale this October. Now this means it's going to undercut rivals like BMW's X3 by almost £5,000. Let's find out what the whatcar.com reader test team really think.
I like the styling of the car. I think it's a lot more fun looking than the old-fashioned Volvos that you've seen in the past. Certainly looks like a fun car to drive, especially when you're in the driver's seat. You see the dashboard that's wrapped around you, makes you feel a lot more part of the car. What I wasn't so keen on was more the look of the seats themselves, the leather. The leather I thought would be a lot more softer feeling, softer looking. They looked almost sort of plasticky to me.
I like pretty much everything about the car. Comfortable, size, the trim that comes with it. The only thing I do feel a little bit of is all of the dials, and it might be a little bit confusing when you're actually driving on the motorway. There's a lot to take your mind off actually driving.
I like the fact that it really feels like a Volvo. It's big and chunky, it feels very solid and safe, and I like the safety features on it, particularly the automatic stopping function. I like the fact there's loads of space. There's a nice big boot with the fold flat rear seats, lots of space inside. I'm not so convinced about the styling at the rear here, particularly the fairly small rear quarter light and the sort of large chunk of metal underneath it. The problem with the rear quarter light is that it could affect visibility at the rear, particularly when you're reversing. I think that could be an issue actually.
What I like about it, it exceeds my expectations. There have been some recent disappointments, but seeing this in the flesh, it looks just the right size and is very impressive to look at. As a not so tall gentleman, I was surprised by the lack of space in the cabin. I'm not sure how that's going to go down with taller drivers. And also the cabin plastics didn't have that quality touch to them. I was expecting more of a Germanic kind of feel, like you get in a BMW or an Audi perhaps.
I really quite like it. I was prepared to be thoroughly underwhelmed today, and I'm not. It looks good. It's a nice, big, chunky piece of kit. Well, there's one or two gimmicks that I'm not so keen on. Lockable storage in the back. Just seems like a gimmick. There's no storage to lock.
On paper, I love it. On paper, it does everything. But I just can't. Actually seeing it in the metal, it doesn't work. It's big, and some of the details don't quite work. I really wanted to actually fall in love with the car and say, this is it, this is the one I'm going to buy. But I'm not feeling it, and it's perfectly competent, but it doesn't seem to be exceptional in any way. There are too many little things which either distract or are flawed, which put me off it.
As with every new car, we'll be doing a full video road test as soon as possible on whatcar.com. In next week's whatcar.com podcast, we pit 4 of the latest electric cars against each other in a cross-London challenge. Wow!